Hello, y'all. It's now 10:10 p.m. I'll let y'all see my face tonight. So, there's an opportunity. See, I already paid up tonight and tomorrow night. I already paid up for I already paid up to stay in this hotel for 2 nights. So, um there's an opportunity for me. So at this place they finally fixed the washers and dryers, it looks like, but I don't have any like detergent or anything, um to wash the clothes, and I might need more than I may not have enough quarters, but I don't know if this hotel would sell laundry detergent at the front desk. I don't think they do, but a couple of times I've had to use the hotel shampoo to wash my clothes. I've had to do that, you know. So I guess I'd have to figure out a way to wash these clothes here. I know people would probably throw stones at me if I went to the Circle K. Or is that, no, that's not Circle K, it's another convenience store. If I went to the convenience store and bought laundry detergent and got quarters, I know I probably would have stones thrown at me. um Narcissistic abusers wanting to, condemn me for quote unquote wasting money. Well, they don't have any other way, you know. Um, Either that, or that might be cheaper than me going to the place where I swim and shower. It's supposed to be open tomorrow, but it's supposed to be raining. Well, if I go there, I can trade out these two outfits that I have. And for some fresh clothes. And I can take the bus to go there and do that. But by the time I'm done going to, you know, go over there, then the buses probably would have stopped running because they stopped running earlier on Saturdays. So then I would have to take an Uber back over here. So, because I need to be able to get a way to get fresh clothes for Monday when I start the new job. So, and Monday is supposed to rain, but tomorrow it's supposed to rain, but Sunday it's not supposed to rain. So, I went to the restaurant earlier and ate dinner. I didn't have lunch. Well, I had lunch or dinner food for breakfast, so I didn't really get to have breakfast food today. And so, um, The hostess at the restaurant, it looked like as if she gave me the dirtiest she gave me the dirtiest menu, the physical paper menu. She looked like she gave me the dirtiest one she could find, you know? And it's like, if they have a paper menu that everybody reuses and touches, and they got like grease prints and stuff all on it and stuff. So I hate that when you exposing gang stalking tactics, narcissistic, abusive, ignorant people will call you silly and petty and childish for getting angry and offended at certain things, and then feel like it's pointless for you to get mad at this and that, or you know. But so that's why I figured that was a perp thing to do. That looked like she snooped through and looked through and gave me the doggone dirtiest paper menu that she could find. And then they even put napkins on top of it. So then my actual server, I showed y'all the glasses of water, and I'm like, wow, they can't even fill it up to the top. Only in Pensacola and Mobile, Alabama is worse. But in New Orleans and California, everybody else, they'll fill your cup of water or a cup of drink that you pay for, or any container or bowl or whatever. If you have a bowl of grits, they fill it to the top. If you have a glass of orange juice, they fill it all the way to the top. And I really hate other people fixing my food and drinks and everything. I really do. So, I felt like it was ridiculous that the server, you know, did that. I mean, the amount of water that she put, I had to ask for a third cup of water. And she filled that up all the way to the top. So my point is, I mean, I'm just saying that what she did to me with the water, I was able to see the gaslighting and psychological games. And if that was a paid drink, I would have, I mean, I'm glad I didn't order like a lemonade or nothing, because I would have been mad, you know. And they cheated me out my grits bowl the other day. Excuse me. Holy gas. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. That came random out of nowhere. I didn't even feel it in advance. Sorry. So, I'm trying to not laugh. Now I have the uncontrollable urge to want to laugh, but I'm trying to avoid laughing. But I guess being nervous and embarrassed. So I don't know yet what I'll do. I mean, I'm tired of wearing these same clothes, and I really don't want to go where I take a shower. I really don't want to go. I don't like going in the morning on the weekday mornings. I don't like going because of the people, certain people there. It's more troublemakers there in the morning than the afternoon. Like meddlesome, nosy troublemakers. Elderly, rich folks who ain't got nothing better to do but to meddle in your business and nitpick and tattletale and bully and harass and lecture you. So that's why I try to avoid going in the morning, and I try to go in the afternoons. But I need to find a way to get to my locker and change out clothes and get me some fresh, clean clothes, So, but anyway, so the girl, her name was Brittany or whatever. Well, the receipt said her name was Brittany. And I don't know if she acted like a klutz or dumbass because she was new, or if she was acting stupid because she's a perp. And it could have been possibly both. But she kept on pissing me off, making me mad. When I first when she first gave me the water, that rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, this is ridiculous. It's the perps picking on you and bullying you, covert bullying and doing childish stuff, and you catch on and recognize it. And then, it's like them doing a childish, petty, covert, subtle gang stalking bullying that you know what they're up to, and you know that was intentional. And they make it like as if I deserve to be punished with less than everybody else. Just like the online perps that keep on, docking off my thumbs up on YouTube. Scraping away my thumbs up. And so that girl, she gave me 2 cups of water that weren't filled up all the way. And I'm like, what? I mean, if it's just water, I don't see why you got to be so stingy as fuck with water. But I know it's part of the gang stalking game, That's what I'm trying to get at. Or they'll play another gang stalking game where they make sure that the free water, the same person will make sure that the free water is filled all the way to the top, but the paid drink is filled like nearly halfway. But you look at the customer sitting next to you, get that exact same drink, filled all the way to the top. So, and then they like the rest of my food was okay, but not perfect, but acceptable, okay, But she kind of rubbed me the wrong way and had a little attitude about me ordering certain things. And also when I asked about the dessert, she got an attitude with me and acted a little funny, weird. So she did like the girl did yesterday at the Italian. I mean, that wasn't Italian. That was another restaurant, but I don't want to give away details because the online perps wanting to get context clues. But yesterday at the other restaurant, it's like if I sit down and the other girl made me yesterday, I was nearly about to cuss her out. That is just so dumb that I just sat down. You just sent me my food. 30 seconds later, you keep on coming back every 5 seconds asking, do you need a to-go box? Do you need a to-go box? Are you ready for your dessert? Are you ready for your dessert? Like, are you trying to rush me out of here or something? So, and they young, look like they're 18, 19, 20-year-old dumbasses who delusionally believe that they're smart and mature. So, yeah, I mean, if I just sat down and take my first bite, can you imagine sitting down at a restaurant? You just sat down, and then the moment you take your first bite or two of food, the waitress is asking, offering you, oh, do you need a to-go box? Do you need a to-go box? And it's like, keep on harassing me. Like, I'm like, girl, if you ask me one more freaking, but I don't do that. I don't talk like narcissistic abusers like that. Girl, if you ask me that one more time, see, I don't talk like that. But I start to get like irritated. Like, you trying to rush me out of here or what? So yesterday, I forgot to mention that detail. Was that yesterday? Yeah. The girl kept on asking me, like, what felt like every 30 seconds, asking me, do you need a to-go box? Do you need a to-go box? Do you need a to-go box? And kept on back and forth, back and forth. You need a to-go box? I'm like, come on, man, let me eat. So today, soon as I sat down, soon as I got my food, she's already, like, she got an attitude when I asked her about a certain question about the desserts. And then when I finally get my regular, you know what? I just actually got the biscuits first. Didn't even get my food yet. Oh, you ready for your dessert? You ready for your dessert? You ready for your dessert? Like, kept on coming back and forth, back and forth. You ready for your dessert? I'm like, you already pissed me off by playing the psychological game with the damn water, which is free. So if it's something free, why the hell you got to be stingy? So customers love it when restaurants give like generous portions of meals or drinks or whatever, And on Google reviews, they will complain if, they're more nitpicky than I am about restaurants and hotels. So if there's a hole in the like a cigarette burn hole in the blanket at a hotel, I'm not gonna do a bad Google review about that, but I usually don't do Google reviews. It's very rare that I do positive ones because they always change, like Hospitality Inn. How desperate you are, motherfucker, fake retarded Miss Annie over there. She was the one who kept pestering me about giving her a positive review when later on, come to find out, she really didn't deserve it. So, and then it's very hard to try to change. Like, if you have a good review and you put a good review on Google reviews, and then later on, a time or two, you end up having a disaster experience, they make it very hard for you to go back and change. Because it seems like you can only make one review rather than multiple experiences or multiple times, So the majority of the time, I don't really write Google reviews unless I had a horrible, badass, disaster experience, which is due to narcissistic abuse / gang stalking, which usually go hand in hand. Like what happened at fake retarded Cactus Cantina. Satanists Masonic Satanists running all these damn businesses anyway. That's why they get to have a business and we can't. So I got, like, on YouTube, I got 3 thumbs up, in which the perp probably might take a thumbs up away and switch it to a thumbs down. And it's exhausting to be like, well, hey, I had 5 thumbs up here. And it's difficult to ignore it when I see that I'm being gaslit and manipulated. Like, as they take it away and like confiscate it, like they think they think they got power and control over me, and like they think that I deserve it. But you know what? I wish that YouTube would make it where if you block somebody's account, that they shouldn't be allowed to rate you thumbs up or thumbs down. I wish that YouTube would, make that change. Or if people who you have blocked, if you couldn't see their shit, if they couldn't see you at anything about you at all, if you block their account. So, well, I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. I guess it's better to stay in these clothes and spend less money and just wait until Monday. But I figured I would be judged if I go take the bus and go to the place where I take a shower and go get my clothes. I mean, go switch out clothes and then have to take an Uber back. I know that they would judge me for that or condemn me for that. And so I might as well, I don't know if I just should hold out all the way until Monday. But if I do have to wait until Monday, I would have to take an Uber anyway. You want to know why? Because I would have to get on the bus at a certain time and go to my locker and get ready and all that, and then be prepared to be at work. You know, and I would have to try to figure out a way to get breakfast to eat and a decent heavy meal to eat so I can function. And I don't know how many hours I would end up working. I don't know what my schedule will be at all. I don't know if I'll be working 4 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours. I don't know how long I'll be working. But they've had some workplace mobbing moments where I don't even last 10 minutes on a fucking job, and they mob me already. Already, And it's freaking devastating, even with temp service jobs. So, and if they workplace mob me and the managers will nitpick on, if they said my shirt is unacceptable or my hair is unacceptable or my pants are unacceptable, and that's another way that they'll boot me off the job. And I'm like, well, like, I'm going to tell y'all the story. This white man named John Presgrove, he's not from New Orleans, and he had was supposedly manager of one of the temp service events at the convention center in New Orleans. And he like, I was told to wear any black coat, jacket, whatever. And so when I came, they were outraged and talk about that it was unacceptable for me to. They try to talk about that I had a ski parka that was too puffy, a black ski parka that was too puffy. And they try, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. I was told I could wear this. And so then they had a whole bunch of people wearing black hoodies with writing on it. And I'm like, how is that acceptable and professional? How do you, but y'all talking about me having a ski parka? And then another time, I think I was homeless. I could have been. And I tried a temp service job with these Hispanic people in my hometown, New Orleans, somewhere in the French Quarter. And the guy allowed people to wear booty hugger shorts that have their ass hanging out. And they allowed people to have tight pants with holes in them. But I had capri pants and a t-shirt and was singled out and told I couldn't work. And then said, well, oh, you look like you just woke up. So they refused to even let me work. So they're just nitpicking, look for something, and they, see, about the ski parka, that was not even that thick, but they over exaggerated and falsely made it like as if it was puffy and fat and thick and everything like that when it wasn't. And so I had a heated argument with that John guy, and he said, "I'm the boss. I make the rules." He said, "I'm the boss, and I make the rules." So me and him had a heated argument. I called him a narcissistic abuser to his face. That was with that fake company called Remedy Intelligent Staffing. I did temp service work for them before, and they liked my service. They liked my work. So then, that was a gang stalking setup before I even realized before I realized that was part of the gang stalking. And then he tried to deliberately and on purpose act out and throw a tantrum and act out and show off and make a big scene and tried to deliberately and on purpose set me up to get wrongfully banned forever from the convention center. And I was the only one to be singled out and picked on, But the Hispanic guy, who tried to tell me, "Oh, you look like you just woke up." And so when I called up the office and they had a Hispanic lady say, "Well, you have to have good presentation," trying to talk about that I have to have good presentation, meaning I have to look, their version of saying that I have to look presentable. But tell me how a tight shorts showing with booty meat hanging out and people wearing midriffs and people wearing pants with big holes in them and hair any kind of color, piercings, nails, whatever, weird, that's considered acceptable. So that was like different workplace mobbing, scenarios, true scenarios of my personal life experiences, what I went through. So, but anyway, so when I showed the videos of the water on YouTube, nobody really commented or said anything. But on TikTok, I got bullied, devoured, and attacked so bad over that video. And I'm like, damn. And that they're bullying and attacking me and calling me childish. And they saying, well, it's just a cup of water. But yeah, if it's just a cup of water, but you're devouring and attacking me and making me feel like I deserve to be punished with being banned from TikTok. So I wasn't going to delete the video, but it's like they wanted me to feel ashamed, and they falsely accused me of being an entitled, childish Karen. And then yelling at me, telling me you got nothing better to do. I go look on their profile. They're a bunch of teenage Satanists ganging up on me and then, instigating and bullying. And then they had this person who got a whole bunch of thumbs up for saying something fake nice, which was like covert, slick bullying comment, and then it was a covert, fake, slick bullying comment that she got the most thumbs up. And she's like, "Oh, I'm just trying to tell you the truth, babe. How you gonna call me babe and I'm older than you?" See, that's what they do. You're young enough to be my child. But you think you can try to tell me off about myself, or you think you can... It's like, wow, if y'all talking about me complaining over a glass of water, but y'all sitting here attacking me over a glass of water when you could have just scrolled on and mind your business if that bothered you. But it's like they call themselves trying to quote unquote gang up on me and bully me and drag me, devour and attack me so harshly and so bad over a freaking cup of water. Well, it was 2 cups, but and I said, well, yeah, y'all think I'm like, y'all ridiculous being stingy with the damn water, but y'all think y'all deserve a tip because of this? I mean, with this, you think you deserve a tip? And then also at the at the restaurant, it looked like as if they gave me two tablespoons of ice cream rather than 2 scoops of ice cream. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. So they cheated me, and they cheated and scammed me with the ice cream too. So I didn't even show that, but I showed about the water. You know, I was so mad and just ready to get out of there. But in this area, everywhere I eat, they perp me. I'm not gonna name the restaurants, but I'm damn sure ain't gonna eat at no fake McDonald's, satanic fake Donald's. So if they think that I deserve to be banned from TikTok because they think that my video is so ridiculous, so I made the post private for a bit, but then I went back to making it public. But then I just disabled the comments. You know, and I was trying to, I was trying to demonstrate, you know, the gang stalking tactics that they do, you know. But they wanted me to feel ashamed at something that they don't understand. But as I said, they probably were perps anyway. And I didn't even mention or hashtag gang stalking or give any hints about gang stalking or none of that. But I mean, you're sitting there saying that I need mental help, or that I need to get off drugs, or you're stupid, or you're an entitled Karen, or you should have better things to worry about, like, and just beating on, like cyber beating on and ganging up on and attacking me over a fucking cup of water. Well, 2 cups, but you know, over a 7-second video about water. I mean, in New Orleans, they're pretty liberal and generous with their portions, with, you know, and then on top of that, it's in New Orleans culture to give lanyard. Well, I'm not expecting lanyard at restaurants or nothing like that, but, you know, but some New Orleans restaurants will give you lanyard, you know, or back in the 90s, it was the norm for everybody, you know, hook you up. You know, hook you up, meaning that they'll give you a generous portion of, say, a generous portion of gumbo. I mean, I don't want to say gumbo. I meant to say a generous portion of jambalaya. And then give you some, for example, give you some free bread pudding as lanyard. That, you know, lanyard is French, you know, for something extra. But I guess I eat at these freaking restaurants because I'm forced to. I have to. I don't have a permanent place to live, and I don't have a way to cook anything. And you can't go to fast food either, because fake McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever, they would give your order wrong on purpose. They would get your order wrong on purpose and then argue you and lie and say that this is what you told me. I'm like, I don't order. I mean, well, if it's Popeyes or something, I'd be like, I never order no freaking onion rings. And then they charge you for it and then force you to accept it and argue with you. And it's like, and then wrongfully kick you out and ban you forever. Ban you from there. And I didn't realize that was part of the gang stalking too. I mean, I was in my senior year in high school. I would go to Burger King and order like I forgot whatever doggone Texas whatever what was that kind of Wild West burger or something like that. I don't remember what kind of burger it was with, you know. And I would tell them no bacon, no onion rings, no cheese or whatever, and they treated me like I didn't have a right to customize, you know. Or if I say no tomato on my burger, and they'd be like, "Well, why you can't just even if I tell them no tomato, no pickle, no onion, Like if I can have like a cheeseburger, no tomato, no pickle, no onion, and if I can have some barbecue sauce. And so they'll fix it with tomatoes, pickles, and onions on purpose, and then be like, well, can't you just take the tomatoes, pickles, and onions off? But I mean, these bastards are getting away with like just too much. Just like when I would be in like middle school or high school and talk about, bullying, the teacher would just sit there and allow the bullying and not really want to do anything about it and treat you like you a burden for making complaints about the bullying and abuse, or you're childish for worrying or getting mad or offended, but they get rewarded and praised for bullying and abuse. And they feel like it's okay as long as they didn't put their hands on you. And if the kids do put their hands on you, they'll falsely make it like you're making up shit or over exaggerating, or that you're just a tattletale or a snitch. So, I wrote a blog post and I try to put my all into writing that blog post about the first year anniversary of my blog. I jokingly made a post saying happy first blog birthday, happy birthday to my blog, just making a joke, and so I wrote out, about, my thoughts and feelings about, of course, I don't really have any positive blog experiences because of the perps ruining everything, So I don't even know if that was a mob of perps, if those were actually ignorant people or perps on TikTok that attacked me about the video with the water. And y'all, they were young enough to be my kids, like way younger than me, and it's like they're sitting there liking and making the heart, press the heart button and the favorite button, and then turn around and come and say an offensive comment. I don't do stuff like that. I don't do stuff like that. So if I see something offensive, I stay away. But something simple like that, something has to really passionately touch me deeply for me to jump in and say something. If it's something that's none of my business, but if it's like a topic, say for example, if it's a topic, if somebody posts a video talking about, a man physically abusing and beating on a woman, right? And then people in the comments defending him. Well, I just usually thumbs down their comments. But if they say something that's triggering to me, then I'll go off and cuss them out. But it's super rare for me to do something like that, But, I didn't even violate TikTok rules with the water video. I didn't. But they think that they can perform a cyber citizen's arrest on me and devour and attack me and go off. Like they devoured and attacked me like a pack of wolves. I'm like, this harshness and hate over some doggone water. But as I was trying to talk about, the gaslighting, they wanted me to feel extremely ashamed about it. And it's not their video. It's not their video. And it's not their it's not their account. So it seems like TikTok is more brutal than Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or anything else. It's worse. It's even worse than YouTube. YouTube can be pretty brutal too sometimes, you know. So it's like y'all, they were narcissistic abusers for condemning me about something that's not their business, or something that's, you know, and they weren't restaurant workers, and so they had some person with an account that said Jesus and then 3 question marks, and then try to say that, oh yes, even if they gave you that amount of money, yes, they do deserve a tip if they were polite. Well, let's see you pay for a drink and they give you half a cup of root beer. Let's see if your ass would tip them. So, I mean, yeah, Pensacola, I don't know about other areas of Florida, but Pensacola and Mobile, Alabama have a big fucking problem with being very stingy with their, portion sizes. And it's not, and I know that's part of the gang stalking, In New Orleans, one time at the Riverwalk, they had this black female who delusionally believes she's white, not even from New Orleans. And when I went to this Villa Italian kitchen, this was back in 2019, shortly before I came to Pensacola, and she gave me a literal half cup of chili, I think. If it wasn't chili, then I don't remember what it was. But was it? I don't remember what it was. But me and her got into a heated argument. She tried to perp me and play sight games and laugh at me and everything. And so the manager came right behind her and lied and said that, oh well, yeah, that's proper portion size, while everybody else getting their shit filled to the top. So, and then abusive narcissistic perps want to condemn me and call me greedy and trying to make it like, oh, you should accept the portion. They bully and harass me and talk about you should accept the portion size or whatever. But they got different portion size from the targeted individual away from the portion size of the general population. And I'm not saying to fill up the drink all the way to the brim to the point where it's spilling, but I mean, at least close to the top. Like normal. As I said, she filled the 3rd cup all the way to the top, but the first 2, and she tried to pretend to act ditzy and klutzy the whole damn time. Pissed me off. And it's like she was trying to manipulate me to lashing out. When I already had a rough day and was pissed off from yesterday. Had a badass day yesterday too. And people want to try to call me childish and petty, but if the tactics happen to them, they would complain too, or they would go off too. They would get mad too. They would get offended too. They would feel cheated too. They would feel scammed too, defrauded. They would feel defrauded. Like as if that constant reminder that I deserve to be punished, and that I deserve to be punished with less than everybody else, or that I don't deserve the same privileges or rights as everybody else. And then they think that I'm crazy or have lost my mind when I get frustrated and say, fuck humanity. Humanity is fake. If I say fuck all of humanity and humanity is fake. If I get to that point, you know. And wow, they're hitting me in my heart with the directed energy weapons right now. And like, just stop harassing me and just stop fucking with me. Stop playing all kinds of psychological games, and then I get quote unquote punished, disciplined, or chastised, or put in my place if I try to stand up and fight for my rights, or fight for the same equal rights as everybody else. And even other professed targets act like they can't understand or sympathize with you, which is mind-boggling. If they supposedly going through the same thing as you, and now everybody wants you to just shut up and ignore. You're not going to ignore. If you're supposed to have an order of 12 chicken nuggets and you pay for 12 but only get 6, you would try to protest that. You're not going to walk off and accept it. And I never saw no shit like that really until I came here to Pensacola, and they try to make it the norm. And what they do is they'll give you like a half a bowl of grits, or give you like half a bowl of undercooked cold grits or some shit like that. And then when you pay, they try to keep all your change. If you know, they try to keep all your money and keep all your change, or think you're crazy for trying to get your change back. When they give you poor quality food. Well, at least my food was the right temperature tonight, unlike last night and yesterday morning. They like, how the hell you give somebody, you know, if you give somebody ravioli, fresh ravioli, how do you serve it to them room temperature at a restaurant that's not even busy? That's supposed to be steaming. It's supposed to be hot. I don't know how they do that. Or they want to deliberately, on purpose, serve me like a cold waffle or something. A cold, undercooked waffle. Or undercooked burgers. Or they got to be, or burnt fish or something like that. So, if I had my own place, I wouldn't say I would cook 100% all the time, but I would cook a whole lot more often, and I wouldn't even eat out as much unless I had a job where I would have no choice, you know. But they started it at Seville Quarter, fake ass Shitville Quarter. That's where they started giving me undercooked burgers. And then I get called crazy and weird for complaining about the burger being so undercooked that it's blood coming out of it. I have a right to have a well done burger, you know. So I'm just sick and tired of the control, bullying, and abuse. And I mean, as I said, I had to block at least 15 people on TikTok today. Probably more than that. So I uninstalled and reinstalled the TikTok app, and now my videos are picking up with the views, are starting to act, you know. But the videos from the other day, I wanted more people to see those videos, you know. But it's like they wanted me to look crazy and embarrassed and ashamed behind their own ignorance of this gang stalking program. And I was trying to explain to them, and they even try to make me out to look more crazy and gaslight more. It's like, how you going to call somebody, say somebody's sick, crazy, and need help? Or talk about somebody's inappropriate. Like, how the hell you a whole devil worshiper, but you think that you can tell somebody off about inappropriate behavior. As long as you willfully and intentionally have Satan as your master, then you should shut the fuck up. Just like that abusive, narcissistic tranny, that bullied and abused me. Lately, I've been feeling burnt up, mad, wondering how the hell he was able to put his hands on me and still keep his job. And then if you're abusive and narcissistic enough that you physically abuse and beat on me or put your hands on me, and then turn around and call the police on me after you put your hands on me. Well, he didn't put his hands on me, but he grabbed my backpack, and I had to wrestle with him for my own backpack. But he was the one who started it. But then I started to film and record him, and y'all all decided to defend and agree with him. But he could still work and be free. Now, if I would have pulled something out of his hand, I would have been thrown in jail. Or if I would have put my hands on him, or and then he tried to deliberately and on purpose try to provoke me to hit him. And yeah, more than enough space. He should have been locked. And then he called me up because that sex trafficker gave him my phone number, and he called me up and tried to bully, harass, and threaten me. And I'm still angry and upset and can't get over narcissistic, gay, nefarious Darius, bullying, harassing, and lecturing me, trying to tell me off about myself, and being 8 years younger than me, that much younger than me, and trying to discipline and handle me. I can't get that out of my head, and I don't have any emotional support, of anybody to freaking talk to. And everybody's so hell bent on wanting to have me shut down, ruined, and destroyed, and discredited. Like, how you go from acting like you want to build me up and put me on a pedestal, and then afterwards tear me down and ruin and destroy me, and think you got high fake authority over me. And somebody on Twitter was crying out for help with the exact same thing I'm going through, and mind boggled and traumatized, wondering how could somebody who's supposedly another TI, basically weaponize your traumas against you and then have you even further traumatized. And I'm like, right after I just posted about feeling so depressed, like I posted on Twitter about feeling so depressed, like I'm feeling so depressed that I don't feel motivated to go start that new job on Monday. What time is it? 11:03 p.m. Well, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be tomorrow morning by the time I done uploading this video. So yeah, I don't even know if I should just hold the video and then publicize it later tomorrow. I don't know, but I'm deeply I'm deeply emotionally hurt right now. The fact of being like ganged up on and bullied and devoured and attacked over something like water. So I'm scared about this coming week and plans to make and everything, and wondering how everything is gonna go. But I'm planning to write some more short stories before Monday. I don't even know if I could just stay here tomorrow and just spend the day writing so many short stories. But I'm hurt about so many things and not getting any closure or justice about a lot of unfair abuse that I've been going through, you know. So it's always the abuser who gets defended and agreed with and believed, while the actual victim has no right to express themselves or defend themselves. And you fighting this all alone and made to look like the only fool. Unless you're a celebrity, you get about half the people to support and defend you. But even people who claim to be woke to the awakened to the truth, they'll see stuff happen to me, and it's like, well, if you're supposed to be awake like me, how are you defending evil and calling it righteous? But they got too many professed Christians out here who are closet Satanists, closet occultists, closet witches, closet New Agers, closet Satanists, closet Masons, Eastern Stars, behind closed doors. And you wonder why they fuck you over. Can't even go to church. Get bullied and mobbed out of the church. How is that possible? They're supposed to serve the same Lord as you do. So, I'll see y'all. If I got another video, I'll put it up here. Bye. I love y'all. And before I go, I still need any and all the help that I can get until at least I get that first paycheck. But I'm going to let y'all know how many hours I got to work. I'm not going to let y'all know how much I'm supposed to get paid, because the online perps wanting to calculate what's not their business. So, and I don't know how long I'm supposed to work, if there's supposed to be a seasonal job. So I'm going to go, and I'll see y'all.